7 fragrances that I want to keep forever in my collection until I die, until my last breath. I have like 30-40 fragrances in this genre that I want to keep forever in my collection, but I didn't want to make too long video. Let's keep it short. 7 fragrances. Without any further ado, I want to start by House of Aqua Amar. One of the best, hands down, from this house is none other than Black Excess. This is new version. Older version was better, but still I can get that magic juice here. Oh my goodness, a fruity and woody type of fragrance. It is like pineapple, strawberry and citruses, very well balanced and well mixed together. Nothing is here popping up. For example, it is not prominent on strawberry or let's say pineapple, but pineapple and strawberry together is much more prominent compared to the citruses. Citruses are here, not main player at the background. They give a very soft and delicious twist to that sweetness of, let's say, pineapple and strawberry. Sour, sweet at the same time, very juicy, and has some sort of earthy bed. At the dry down gets earthy and woody with very little smokiness at the background. I believe this opening is even better than Creed Aventus. Let's remember it again. It is better than Creed Aventus in terms of opening, but dry down of Aventus is better. At the dry down gets woody, earthy, and very little smoky. Such a beautiful fragrance, but it doesn't project or last long, like let's say for 5 hours max if you overspray. In terms of longevity and projection and sillage is very soft. One of those sexy fragrances for extremely close encounters, let's say. Next fragrance is from House of Carolina Herrera, Sietchman Privé. I don't want to make the video too long with the sniffing fragrances, but what can I do? Look at this scent profile. Oh, it is like leathery, slightly boozy, some sort of powderiness which reminds me of Dior Homme line. Regular Dior Homme, not too intense like Dior Homme Intense. It has some sort of powdery, irisy notes opening to it. Immediately gets boozy. Very niche standing type of designer fragrance. It is powdery, boozy, leathery and sweet. Sweetness is here very unique. It is not like vanilla to my nose. It is like sugar cubes even. Just, it is mind-blowing. One of those absolute must-have fragrances. Lasts on me like 5-6 hours plus in terms of longevity. When I apply it on the clothing and overspray it, I can get something close to 8 hours in terms of longevity. Projection and sillage is average for first hour and a half and gets out of this world type of compliments, and it smells highly sexy. Just, it is discontinued and really I want to keep it forever in my collection. Next one is one of the best tobacco-based fragrances, hands down, in my collection. No, why in my collection? It's not fair. In history of perfumery, I have to say to this one. Pure Heaven by Thierry Mugler. Very bad sprayer, but who cares? Ooh, pops up that cherry jamish tobacco. It is candied, like candied type of cherry. It is sweet. Tobacco is here very warming and let's say jammy, sweet. Atmosphere of fragrance is warm, spicy, like cinnamony. It doesn't go anything like peppery type of spiciness. It is like cinnamony, warm, spicy. I don't know, maybe it is cardamom, but I get more spices like cinnamon. It is oriental, tobacco-based fragrance, and sweetness is here very thick, like extremely sweet, like syrupy honey at the base of the fragrance. At the very late dry down gets a bit woodier compared to opening, but it still saves that jammy, candied vibe of the opening. Like sandalwoody type of dry down I can get out of this one, and lasts like solid 8 hours on me in terms of longevity, with overspraying 10 hours even, and projection and sillage is average for first 2 hours. For next, I have one of the best aquatic fragrances ever created. I believe after Aqua Profumo, this one is the second best aquatic fragrance ever created. I'm talking about Aqua Amar by Bulgari. So, how is scent profile of this fragrance? It is refreshing. Orange zest and jasmine immediately pops up, and I wish it was without that jasmine, but actually that jasmine is what makes this fragrance unique and outstanding. Else would be like zesty aquatic, but that jasmine adds to this fragrance a very unique scent profile. And at the background it is aquatic, but it is also a well-balanced type of aquaticness. For example, we have also Aqua Atlantic, which is very seaweedy, fishy type of fragrance at the dry down, or some say it is eggy, but you can't get that much of that seaweedy feel out of this one, because that aquaticness is here well balanced, and it is oceanic but not too much to your face. In terms of compliments, scent profile and performance, it is one of those absolute winner freshies. Lasts like 12 hours plus easily on my skin. Projection and sillage is very loud and inoffensive at the same time for first 2-3 hours. And compliments, I would say like 9 out of 10, as big as Creed Aventus. Number 2 is one of the most underrated, unfairly underrated fragrances in the entire market. Didn't get hype or love for whatever reason, but it smells out of this world, at least for me. I'm talking about Villion Pre from House of Paco Rabanne. Again tobacco, again cherry, again jammy, sweet and niche standing, but cherry here is different compared to that cherryish vibe. Both of cherry notes are jammy, but here is like sour cherry jam. Here is like cherry jam. If you ask me which one is better, I would say this is more mouth-watering. Maybe because it is a bit more sour, has that sour cherry jammy vibe to it. It has tobacco and cinnamon I can get, but for whatever reason has some sort of like Christmas cookie vibe to it. It is a bit more gourmand even compared to this one. It is more edible smelling, and it is very warm, cozy and spicy. I can get like 10-12 hours plus longevity with this one. Lasts longer compared to the Pure Heaven. I compare them together because of that tobacco and jammy vibe. And projection and sillage is good for first 2 hours. Not one of the best complementing fragrances, but blows me away. And I don't know even why they discontinued this fragrance. Number 1, the fragrance that I will keep it until my last breath in my collection is none other than Sir Acqua di Gio Profumo. One of the best aquatic fragrances, fresh fragrances ever created. A very versatile fragrance. It is like dressed up, official, formal, casual. It is like dark, at the same time fresh, but it is a little bit mature and has some sort of age factor to it. Opens up like herbal fresh. You don't get that much citrusiness here. Citruses are way at the background, add to fragrance a bit of freshness, but they are not main player. Main players are aquatic and, let's say, herbal fresh notes like sage, and at the dry down gets incensey and darker and loses a bit of that green freshness of the opening, but still you can get that freshness at betweens, let's say, to this one. In terms of performance, it is like 10-12 hours plus. In terms of longevity and projection and sillage is good 2-3 hours, I have say, to this one, with like 6-7 sprays. And it is a very strong freshy type of fragrance. I don't suggest you overspray this one because you feel okay, it is not that much strong and it is very fresh, but yeah, after overspraying this one it can give you a headache. Lasts very long, and it is also parfum concentration. It is highly concentrated and sticky, stubborn type of fragrance, and it smells divine. Take care, guys. See you.